What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode in Crossplay. We're going to begin with a Bible verse, and it's going to be John chapter 3, verse 16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have eternal life. Let's start to think about that the most powerful being of all existence gave up his only begotten Son to save you and to save me from our sins. Praise be to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, our King of Kings. And let's start off this video. So we're gonna actually start building our blue-green deck for next couple of days, local tournaments, courtesy for JB8980, who asked me to build a green aggro deck. There's two versions of it, right? So I've been looking at a couple of videos on YouTube, and there's a new version of the Shenlong list, which is right here. Right, and I think it's a little too slow. It didn't make it to a finals in one of the Eggman events, but here's my version of it. Right, so I'm going to show you the very first card, and I'm going to be explaining as I go along why I chose certain cards and why I didn't choose certain cards. So Zaku 2, level 2, 1 cost. It's just a 2/2 body vanilla card, right? So I watched a video actually a couple of days ago about some guy who mentioned a point system and how he grades, he values certain cards. And I kind of like that idea. I just forgot the name of it and what video and where the video is. So I apologize. If I ever find it, I'll put them in the comment section or in the description below. If you have any ideas, or you think I'm wrong, or you think I could do better, or you think you would change something in the list, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Let's work together and build a good blue-green aggro deck. Alrighty then. So the level 2 vanilla. So here's the point system, right? So he just added the level 2 and the 1 cost, right? So the level and the cost, and added another number, another point. So instead of being 3, it's a 4 with a 4/4 body. So basically the card evens out. It's an even value, right? And the reason why I chose this one instead of the DOP, which is a 1/1, level 1, 1 cost, 1/1 body, who also has an ability to look at the top card of your deck, and you get to decide whether you want to keep it on the top or put him in the bottom. Its value would be a 3. So it would be evened out, I believe. Yeah, it would be evened out. I don't like it because at the end of the day, yes, it does, cycle out your deck. But at the end of the day, it's a 1/1 body. It ain't going to do anything. Everything kills it, especially in a meta where everything is pretty strong. And there's one of the popular decks, which is Blue-Red Pepsi deck. I like the Pepsi. It's actually the deck that I just posted in the previous video that I went 4-0 on, right? So I decided just to cut it out and just put level 2s and above. I don't really think I need the level 1s. And I don't really think I need to put a unit on my first turn if I'm going first. Alright, next up, it's going to be all of our favorites, maybe. Zaku 2 again, level 2, 1 cost, 1/2 body with the ability that it gets an extra 2 attack points when it attacks, right? During this turn. Now, hear me out. So it's a 3, it's a 4, and then 3/4, so it kind of evens out as well, right? Right. I like it. The only downfall from this card is after it does its job, which is kill bases, the very first base does a 3 HP, which is great. Everything else kills it, except for anything that has 1 attack on it. Let's say the gun tank or another similar card to this one, etc. But even something like this, which a lot of people use, like the gyms, this, and even the Zaku Mariners, just kills it, right? And their units survive. That's the only downfall for it. I still like it because it clears out the bases. And the idea of this deck is to make sure that we win by turn 5. All right, the next up, obviously the gym. He's my boy. He's a main in my red, blue, pink Pepsi deck. I love him. He does work. And I only have 2 copies of it because I don't think I need that many more level 2s because I already have a lot of level 2 1 cost. Already we have 9, 10. And then with another buddy here, Gun Tank, there's another 3 more. So 13 level 2 1 cost. So it's pretty aggressive in the very first couple of turns. The Gun Tank, why I have him is because this is an aggressive deck. And people are going to try to take over the board. They're going to attack your units. Hopefully this card does its job. Pings, deals 1 damage to one of their rested units, and it gets rid of it. And it throws them into the trash. That's why I also have another pinger, which is Angsha. And I have the same ratio I have in my red, blue, pink deck, which is 3 gun tanks and 3 Yangshas, right? I like it. It's a level 4 2 cost that has a 3/3 body, and it deploys. On deploy, you do 1 damage. The same thing as the gun tank, just a bigger body. And it does this, and it's the same thing. It has the same purpose as the gun tank. It gets rid of their damaged units, right? So moving on, Charge Zaku 2. We have this level 3 2 cost that when it gets destroyed, doesn't have to be paired. You get to search the top 3 cards of your deck, and you get to your hand a Xeon or Neo Xeon, but don't forget to reveal it. The rest of them go in the bottom of your deck randomly. Don't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter which card is in which order. We're trying to win turn 5, right? So this guy is just going to give us an extra card to our hand, kind of like a draw. It's basically a draw. I'm kind of reconsidering because I've had the other rare Charge Zaku 2. The one that when it gets destroyed, you get an extra token, a 3/1 body token. And I think he has to be linked or paired. I took them out. I had 4 copies of those. I took them out. I think I should add it back to it because of the simple reason that I have Char Aznable, right? And the only target for it to link is the Char Aznable and the Char's Gogoog. It's only 5 cards. I think I made that mistake. We're going to see how this goes. At the end of the day, we're just testing this to see where it lands us, and we're going to figure out what to take out to incorporate that card, right? And regardless of how many copies. All right, the Rizal. The Rizal, think of the point system again. It's a level 3, 2 cost, that's 5. Add 1 more, that's 6. With a body of 4/3, that's 7. It already shows us that just by using the point system, that this has more value than what it shows. It's just pretty fast. It aggroes out, and you can play multiple cards, especially on like turn 5, turn 6. If you're at turn 5, you have 2 copies of this and another, let's say a Zaku 2/2 body. Now you have 3 bodies in one go. So the idea again behind this deck is to win a turn 5. So you constantly have to fill up the board with your units. The more units you have on your board, the less answers white-green has, the less answers blue-white blocker deck has. And the dangerous thing against this deck is the white-green deck. Simply because of Wing 0. And hopefully we win by then. And if they get on the curve with the Elfrith and the Zolwards and another Elfrith, and eventually they play L-Strike Gundam, it's still gonna be very difficult. We are kind of hoping that they kind of brick, but in a sense, as well as they make a couple of mistakes when they're trying to trade with our cards. Char's Gogoog, 1 copy. Hear me out. I might do 2 copies. I think 1 copy may be a little bit risky, but maybe 2 copies would be better. Anything more than that, I think is excessive. It's a level 4, 4 cost, 4/3 body that you discard a Xeon or a Neo Xeon card from your hand, and you get the Char Aznable pilot and attach it to it, so it can rush at the turn that is played. Hear me out though. It costs 4 of your resources. You're trying to win at turn 5. It's expensive. This thing is too expensive. When, let's say you're at turn 4, right? You have 4 resources. I'd rather play 2 Rizals. I'd rather play a Rizal and 3 other of these cards. I'd rather have more units in the board than I have 1 card that's going to get me 1 resource. How can I put this? It's a turn-based game where units can't attack most of the time on the turn that is played. If you fill up the board, you're basically resetting and getting ready for the next turn to just go all out. The Char's Gogoog kind of stops you from doing that because it costs 4 resources. I'm going to think of adding it to a second copy of it. Again, I also want to add maybe potentially the other Char Zaku deck card. We'll see. All right, next up, is going to be the Gundam Vanilla card. Now, hear me out again. It's a level 4, 2 cost, 3/4 body vanilla that links up with Armor Array, one of the best pilots of the game. A lot of us agree. Maybe some of us don't. But it does. The Armor Array's purpose is literally just to arrest blockers. And this thing just becomes a 5/5 body like the other Gundam starter deck card. just minus the repair and gives an extra attack points to everybody else. I just like them because it costs 2 rather than 3, which means I have more resources to put more bodies on the board. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it plays out. I like them. 4 copies. Again, I already talked about the Yangsha. Ping. Just get rid of board. Have control of the board again. Hopefully the opponent did enough damage to its own units where you can clear out more of these other units. Now here's the thing. The level 4-3 Gundam RX-78-2. This is from the set. And hear me out again. The only reason why I have this 3-3 body is because it draws you cards. The only draw power that you have from this is literally a show of resolve, right? Where is it? Where's my show of resolve? There it is. I only run 3 copies. I think it's a great idea to have a body that you can play, link up, and you draw a card. Could be another potential body, could be another potential pilot. We are running only 8 pilots, which makes it more difficult for us to have pilots when we need them. This card increases that probability. I don't know the math behind it, but it just does because that's 1 more card in your hand, 1 less card in the deck. I like them. We'll see how it runs. I like them. Alrighty then, 2 copies. And I only had 2 copies in the first place because I only had 2 physical copies with me in hand. I just bought more copies. I went to a local card shop and bought a bunch of singles to get a playset of many cards. One of them was this, and I was missing 2 copies of that. Finally got them. We'll see how it goes. We'll keep it at 2 for now. Yeah. And for a basis, it's going to be 2 underground desert bases, just because of the 6 body, 2 Corsica bases, and 1 Zanzibar. The more I think about it, the more I see this, the less I like it. I'm thinking maybe instead of the underground desert base, right, I run I forgot the Nael something. It's a blue base that, on deploy, it rests an enemy unit. And I think even on their turn, the ability still triggers and rests an enemy unit. It'll save you from getting another shield taken out or maybe potentially losing the game. But also, think about this. Let's say they attack, right? And they weren't planning on resting one of their blockers. Then you'll rest that blocker. I gotta remember what it's called. I have it somewhere. We'll see how it goes. Zanzibar. I like Zanzibar. It's a level 2. I kind of wanted to use it just with the charged Gagug. Instead of spending 4, I'll spend only 2. I'll draw a card from my shield area, and I'll play the charged Gagug for free, activate its ability, get my pilot, and it's off with 2 costs. And I get a card, I draw a card, I play a character for free, and I get a pilot. So I get 3 out of this 1-2 cost, right? Cool. I'm thinking maybe I'll keep the same ratio of 5 bases, but instead of the underground base, kick it out and add the that rested base, the one that rested units. I just can't remember what it's called. All right. I already mentioned the pilots for Chara Aznable. Sorry for the name if I mispronounce it. And then Muro Ray. Pretty generic. This is just to help you rest the blockers and anything that's dangerous or whatever. And the Char Aznable is just to ignore those blockers and just go all the way through. The only thing that I think I'm miscalculating is I only have this unit that links with it, this 1 unit that links with it, and I believe that is it. That's going to be it. I'm not a fan of that, but we'll see. All right, so we're going to start it off. We're going to play with this green deck. We're going to have our first match. Hold on. I think I made a mistake. I did not. All right, so we're going to go again. So we're going to go first. Check that out. So we'll be able to play that 1 body. Turn 2, won't be able to play anything. Turn 3, I will. I'm not liking it, but I'm going to keep it. Because what are the probability that the next set of 5 is going to be any better, right? And I'm hoping that when it's my second turn, I get to draw a card that I can play. No. All right. No! I accidentally... I forgot to play the card. All right, it is what it is. So we're going to play this one, and we're going to play the Rizal. Wow. What a fumble. Okay. Now let's see how much this sets me back. Alright, they're going to take that to base. But I ain't worried at all. Alright. So we're obviously going to go for the base. Get rid of it. And with the Rizal, we're going to clear out the shield. I don't want to attack its units. I don't care about its units. We're faster. I'm going to flood the board. You see here, I have 4 resources, right? Why would I want to play the Char's Gogoog at this turn? I could if I had a Char Aznable on the board, but that's just one body. I'd rather just play this. We can do... ping. And then we're going to do this. Now we have 4 against their 2. He's going to clear the board. Is he going to aim for the... No, he's not. And I don't recommend that he aims for the Rizal. Now he can. Okay. Now he traded their unit to our unit. Again, let me just say this. This is the AI that I didn't pay extra for it. So it's going to make a lot of misplays, right? Just like me. Alrighty then. So we're going to go ahead and ignore its unit. We're going to go straight to the shields. And I hope that they don't pull a pilot or anything that bursts. Alright then. So we have a Zanzibar. We have... Okay. I want to try this out first. We're going to go ahead and just draw 2 cards. Let's see what we pull. Okay. I'm going to just go ahead and play this here. We're going to play this card for free. And I'm going to end it. At the very least, we'll be protected, our shields. I drew a card, and I got to play a body for free. I'm not sure if that was the right play. He's going to bounce it back. No, he did not. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and attack. Uh-oh. I forgot about the Arrow Strike. Oh, well. We're going to attack anyway. What I could have done there, I could have linked the armor array with the Gundam RX-78, rested it, and they would have been down to 0 shields. But it's okay. We're going to go ahead and play to draw. And we're going to play the Rizal, and we're going to play the Zaku 2. If they don't have the Wing Gundam 0, we're good. They don't have the Wing Gundam 0. Perfect. Alright then. Perfect. Check this out. We're going to link armor array. We're going to rest a unit. We're going to link another armor array. We're going to rest the other blocker. And we're just going to swing. And we win the game. Despite those multiple misplays that I made, we still managed to win the game. Hopefully they didn't have the Wing Gundam 0. If they did, bad on them. No, they did not. Alright, we're going to play one more game with them. See, and we're going to go first again. We're going to keep it. Because we're going to have the 2 Zaku 2s that we're going to be able to play both of them the next turn. Alright. Now we have enough cards for us to get rid of the base and attack their shields if they don't have a blocker. They do have a blocker. Check this out though. We're going to attack with our Charzaku 2. They're going to block with their Elfrith. And then we're going to get rid of that Elfrith with our gun tank. Okay. First we're going to attack the base. What you really want to do first is keep your opponent thinking whether they want to block or not. So what I mean by that is you don't want to play your cards first and then attack. You want to attack first, make them decide and guess what you have in your hand. So you can force them to make that mistake and not lose a body. We lost one too, but they lost theirs. Not only that, we have the ability to play this gun cannon, and now we have 3 bodies while they have 0. Okay, they can't rush. And here's the cool part. We can rest it. Alright, so what do I want to do? Do I want to rest it? We're going to have 3 resources, and I get to play my... What do I want to do? Well, I have 2 armor arrays. I can save the other armor array and just draw. Or I can play the armor array, put it on the gun tank, on the gun cannon, and I can play the Yangsha, and my Zaku Mariner, and I can save the RX-78 for the next turn. Let's do that. We're gonna link it, because at the very least I'll have more bodies than anything else. We'll rest that. We'll get rid of the base with the gun tank. And another thing that I tend to do is I attack with the weaker bases first, and then I progress to the stronger characters. Why? That way we can improve our probability of getting rid of any of the shields that become a base. Alright? Get rid of that. Next we're going to play Angsha. Do 1 damage to that. And then we're going to play this one. Now we have 5 bodies on the board. They have 4 resources they can use without using their EX resources. What do they decide to do? They decide to get rid of our strongest character. Now they lost theirs. I would have done a different play. Don't matter. I think we just won the game. Let's see. If they don't pull a base, we won the game. We're going to start off with their weaker character, which is the gun tank. Nothing. They just burst dual Maxwell. And hopefully they don't get a base. If they do, it is what it is. I think we will still have the win because we have the link with this card. So we're going to attack with this card. We're going to attack with this one. And we just won on turn 5. But I want to see for myself what would I have drawn if I had played the base. Okay, cool. And then we just rush it out. We draw a card. See? Rest this if it was a blocker. Boom. Did they have anything? They couldn't play the card. Oh, they were donezo, bruh. I don't know what that is. Okay. Yeah, they weren't doing so well. Alrighty then, since we played with that one, now we're gonna play with the blue-white blocker deck. I think this is the version that won one of the Eggman events as well. We're gonna go for that. They're gonna go be the second player, and we're gonna try random. So far, it's been doing so well. We're gonna keep this card, this hand. We're going first again, and we're gonna play 2 cards. Alright, it seems like they got rid of our board. Alrighty then, so we're back online. Sorry for the interruption. Alrighty then, so it's our turn. We're gonna go ahead. Wow, they're already ahead of us. So we're gonna play. We're gonna play this base. And we're gonna play this one, and we're going to play the gym, and we're going to attack with our Charzaku 2, and I think that's how we're going to do it. We're going to end the turn. They're going to go for the base and just try to aggro out. And again, this is the blue-white block deck we're playing against. They play the Elfrith. Wow, they're just going all out. All right. We're going to go for the base, and we're going to go with the Charzaku 2 because I want him to block with the Elfrith, and he doesn't block with the Elfrith. Interesting. We're going to go ahead and go for this. Is he going to do anything? Yes. I need to clear out the board. I think I'm in trouble. We're going to go ahead and play the Charzaku 2. We're going to link it with its pair. And we're going to attack. And we're going to clear out its blocker. Then we're going to play one more card. I think we're going to play the base so we can kind of protect the shields. Instead of losing 3, we're going to lose 1. And we draw it to our hand. Okay, so the AI decided to just go ahead and attack our character, but because of that, we didn't get any units. Wonderful. Okay, they decide to go for the base. They're still gonna need another attack, and that's the wonderful thing about the 6. And you remember how I mentioned that that Charzaku 2 has that 1 attack point and the other card still survives? That's what I was talking about. That's the only downfall of that card that I don't like. We're gonna clear that card out, and then we're gonna play 2 more bodies. And now we're the ones in control of the board, depending on what they have next. They're going to bounce one of our cards. They decide to Rizal. They're going to clear out our base. If they have the L strike, no, they have that. Okay. 2 can play that game. But, yeah, 2 can play that game. We can go ahead and do that. We're going to get our version of it. And then we're going to go for the Rizal. I'm going to attack. Hopefully the AI decides to actually attack us instead of the base and tries to control board. We'll see. I failed. I should have just linked it with the another misplay on my part. Alrighty then. Lessons learned. Okay. That's fine. No units. That's the second time this happens and no units. Interesting. Gonna bounce? No, 2 of them. If I can get an armor array. I didn't get an armor array. Okay. Well, we're going to go for it. Hopefully he blocks with both blockers. Decides not to. Don't matter to me. Block with one of them. Decides to the L strike. And then we're just going to go. And we're going to play, I think I'm going to go for this one. We're a little bit in trouble. Yeah, we're a little bit in trouble. We're going to lose this match. It's going to attack. They're finally going to die. It still doesn't die. And that's the 3rd time I get no Xeon card. Okay. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for the attack. Should I even go aggro? Should I just attack? I'm going to go aggro. It's going to block with the Ophir anyway. Okay. Next up, we're going to go 1, 2, 4, and we're going to end it. And it decides to kill the base. We can still survive it, in all honesty. Wow. And it decides not to do that. Okay. We're getting cooked here. Yeah, we're cooked. We lost this game. Alright, we're going to ping. We're going to ping this guy here. Maybe I should have just gone for board control. Who knows? What should I go for? They'll both kill me. That one has more HP. Yeah, we're cooked. We're both top decking, but I only have 3 resources, 3 shields, sorry, and while he has a ton. Okay. And we lost. There's no point. We lost this game. Alright, we're going to play one more match against them. Let's see what we deal with. And then we'll make some adjustments for the next video. I'm going to keep this hand, and we are going second. Alright. Gucci. We're going to go for this, and then we're going to end it. And the next turn, we're going to play the Rizal. Oh, wow. We're going to play the Rizal. And if he wants to play it that way, we're going to go this. And he does that. I mean, I'd rather have that happen now at the start of the game than before. Just wasted those 2 cards when he could have used it for something better. Then we're going to play the Roselle, and we're going to play a Gun Tank, as in why not. Now I have 3 bodies while they have 0. Even if that goes on the board, it don't matter to me. We're going to go ahead and attack with the Roselle. Smart AI shouldn't block it. It blocks it. It dies. Mine survives. And we're going to take a shield. Now that I know he doesn't have the Muflaga, at the very least I still know that they have the Unforeseen Incident that lowers the attack points by 3. And then we're just going to rush with these 2 cards. And this is a much different game than it was the last. Alright, it don't matter to me. So now that card is at risk to dying with my Angsha. We're going to use the Angsha. Kill that. And we're just going to swing. And we're going to drop it down to 1 more shield. We're going to go ahead and play this base. I want to see what I draw. Nothing good. We have 5 bodies, which means I can play 1 more. And we basically won the game. There's nothing they can do. Even if they play 2 Elfriths and a Demi Trainer if they had the deck, it don't matter to me. We basically won the game. Alright, we're just going to attack. And win the game. What did they have? Okay, they had the Elfrith in hand. It don't matter. Alrighty, everybody. This is going to be it for us. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am going to make some iterations to this deck. There are going to be some changes that I make. I think especially on the bases. I think we could do a little bit better than the, the Underground Desert base. Thank you so much for joining me. God bless you all. You have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment if you think there is something that I could have done better outside of the misplays, but in my deck profile.